We all know that I love project panning here on my YouTube channel, and the process of hitting pan on a product that I've been working on for so long is just so satisfying. And today I thought that I could share with you all of the cheek products that I have pan on. I don't know, I thought it'd be a nice idea to get re-inspired, to get re-motivated to project pan by looking at the things that I have worked so hard on, that I have achieved in my makeup collection. I have a few products that you will already know about, but I do have a few products that maybe you don't know about as well. And hey, let's just go through them. Let's look at some juicy pans and let's just have a good time. This makeup look is actually a full face of Troublemaker Cosmetics that I did over on my TikTok. I do also have a full-length video reviewing Troublemaker. It is a super affordable drugstore brand that is taking the UK by storm. So if you wanted some cheap, really good makeup, then definitely check that out. But just before we do jump into the video, if you have not already, definitely like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. I do also have a channel memberships if you would like exclusive content every single week, and also an exclusive group chat as well. I've always said that Pan That Face palette this year has probably been the best project for me. It's the project that I feel most inspired by. It's the project that I don't feel like is dragging and I'm having to pull it along through the year. So I think this will really inspire me to, I don't know, get that project panning urge back. So I'm going to start with one. I don't really know if this counts. I think it does, but you're going to have to let me know. Who remembers this? Who remembers this? This technically isn't a blush. These are the remaining shades in my Modern Renaissance. If you know, you know. I feel like just saying the words Modern Renaissance, it's like, you know, like the demon Zozo or something. It's gonna like come. I just need to say Modern Renaissance and I'm gonna get haunted by it. And I'm scared. If you do not know, the Modern Renaissance eyeshadow palette was my Pan That palette for 2 years. Do not pan a palette for more than 1 year, guys. Just don't do it. But I was panning that for 2 years, and this is the only product that is left. And I frankened it all together to make a blush. And you know what? It's a nice blush shade. It's kind of like a mulberry shade. It's beautiful, but over my dead body am I going to finish that. I had the real urge to finish it and to completely use it, because how satisfying would it be to completely finish the Modern Renaissance? But I just can't. As I said, I was panning that palette for 2 years. I'm so burnt out. Even now, I don't wear warm-toned eyeshadows because I'm still burnt out by the Modern Renaissance. There's a new eyeshadow palette that released and everyone's saying how similar it looks to Modern Renaissance, and I'm like, no, please, no! So this is going to be decluttered by the end of the year, even though it's technically not a blush and it technically doesn't have pan. I wanted to share it in this video because it is in my blush collection and I didn't really know where to put it. So this is definitely a not sure kind of product. So I'm going to move on from that and I'm going to get into the actual products that I want to share with you. So next is from a palette. This is my Nars Exposed Cheek palette, and as you can see, I have pan on this bronzer. Now, little side note, a lot of people were thinking that this mirror had broken and that's why I put like little stickers over it. No, it's because it's a freestanding mirror. So like it's really like you can put it at any angle, and I was using it to pick my skin all the time. So I just decided to cover it up. It's not actually broken. It's just my skin picking got way too much. But I'm really proud of this. This is a really pretty big pan, and I was going back and forth. I don't know if I'm ever going to have this as a Pan That palette, a Pan That Face palette, I should say, because I feel like these 3 shades won't get used by me. I know I always say I love a deep bronzer, and I can make this work with a really light hand, but I don't know. I feel like if I were to have this as a Pan That Face palette, I'd only really be using these 3 shades, and I want to use all of it. If I'm going to use it as a pan that palette, I want to use all of it. It would also be really, really difficult to pan 3 blushes. Blush is difficult to hit pan on at the best of times. So hitting pan on 3 or trying to finish 3 would be a nightmare. I mean, you do get some range, which is nice. But I don't know, I do kind of have this urge to try and finish a few of these shades. I feel like what happens is, especially with me, let me know if you're the same, when I hit pan on a product, it's like, right, I gotta finish it now. I can't just leave it there. I have to finish it. Otherwise, it's like anticlimactic. Do you get that feeling as well? Let me know down below. But I feel like I could finish this pretty quickly. Maybe I'll even put it in a rolling project pan next year if I'm not properly panning it and depending on my other projects. I don't want to overwhelm myself. But imagine this completely finished. That would be absolutely incredible. This is more of a kind of creamy gelée formula. It's not a powder formula. So I feel like the use is definitely a lot more noticeable than if it was just a normal powder product. But yeah, I think I could finish that. And then if I finish this, I'm going to want to finish these two. So maybe I should use this as a pan that palette one year. I don't know. I feel like I already know what I want my Pan That Face palette for 2026 to be, but this is definitely in the running as well. I don't know. Stay tuned because I am going to be doing a help me pick my Pan That Face palette. That's going to be in like November, December time, and I'm really, really excited to do that because how crazy is it that we've come to the point we're picking our next projects, which is absolutely insane to me. A little bit scary, but that's okay. But this definitely will be in the running. I've already hit pan on one of the shades, so like, maybe I should. I don't know. Next we have something that it hurts me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. This is my Ofra Glazed Donut Highlighter. She's a little bit minging, isn't she, right now? Oh my goodness me. Let's just ignore that. Look at the pan in this. Oh my goodness. This is a massive pan. This was actually my Pan That Face palette highlight this year. So if you are not keeping up with my project, basically this year I decided that my Pan That Face palette was going to be 3 singles instead of an actual palette, just because I'd noticed I was panning palettes for a long time, and because of that, my single collection was getting a little bit neglected, so I wanted to switch it up a bit and show love to my single products. This is a huge pan, but this is also a lot of product. There is how much product in here? I don't know, it doesn't say, which is nice, but I know there's a lot. I know that there is a lot. Now, I decided to take the L on this. A few months ago, I realized that, look, Caitlin, you're not going to finish this highlight by the end of the year. Just admit it, you're not going to do it. So I decided to swap it out with another highlight, which I will talk about later in the video, but I'm still so proud of this progress. I'm so proud of this pan. Look how big this is. And I am a little bit scared because all the product around the outside is much thicker than on the inside. Hey, maybe this is going to be one of those products that I have to very, very slowly chip away at. But again, I've got that urge to finish it now because the pan is so big. This whole inner ring is showing, and now I'm like, I want to finish it so badly. I know a lot of people use these kind of things in lotions and in like skincare and things like that, but I don't really know if I want to do that because this is such an expensive product. I don't want to just put it in a lotion to use it up and hope for the best. I want to actually use it and actually love it. And I was so upset rolling this out of my Pan That Face palette this year because I just knew it wasn't going to happen. I know it was the best decision now, but at the time, it was a really, really tough call. I'm glad I did it because, like I said, I'm about to show you later on my highlight this year. And it's nearly done, I'm not gonna lie. Have you ever finished an Ofra highlighter? Please let me know. And not one of the Diddy ones. I know they do little mini products. I mean one of the big bad boys. Because I'm scared of this, I'm not gonna lie. But also, look how good it looks. Okay, let's move on to a product that wasn't really in a project pan, was it? Yes, it was. I tell a lie. Everything's in a project pan, Caitlin, come on. This is my Kind bronzer. I got this in a glossy box many moons ago. I haven't even had a glossy box in years at this point, so this is a little bit old, but this is definitely a dupe for the butter bronzers. Oh my god, I forgot the name of it then. It's like a classic product in the makeup world and I forgot. This has the teeny tiniest pan in here. Can you see that little baby? Look at that. I had the delusion that I was gonna finish my Pan That Face palette bronzer and then move on to this in the same year. That did not happen and it will not happen. But this is definitely a bronzer that I really want to finish. Again, I've hit the pan, I'm like halfway there, and now I'm like, you know what? I've hit pan, now I need to finish it. I don't think this would take too long to finish because you can definitely see the waffle pan pattern peeking through here. It is a small product. There's not that much in here, I don't think. Only 4 grams, which I think I could finish kind of quickly. But then I always say that, and then like 10 months later, I'm still project panning it. So I'm really not the best at determining timelines for project panning. I'm too eager. That's it. I'm just too eager. But I think this would be a really nice product to pan. I'm not absolutely in love with it, which means that I can very easily use it and just get it out my collection. And I don't think it would take that long. I have seen other project panners pan this specific bronzer, and I don't think it's taken them too long either. So I feel like maybe I could have a good chance at doing this, but I don't know if I'm going to have individual products as my Pan That Face palette next year. I might do every other year, you know, do like a palette, then singles, a palette, then singles. I just feel like I've got a few palettes that need some love, and I want to show them that love because they have not been loved this year at all. So let me know, do you want to see me pan this? I'll sure try. Next is a classic product that I absolutely love, but I never really use it on my channel because they test on animals. Benefit Cookie. Oh, what a gem. And you can see I do have pan in this here. I remember this was so difficult to get hold of. I asked for this for my birthday and my mum had to go everywhere trying to find this. I don't even know if this is still available to buy on its own. I'm not 100% sure, but Make Me Up Missa sold me on this. Make Me Up Missa could like sneeze and I'd be sold. You know what I mean? I miss her so much, and she was definitely the person who got me into colourful eyeshadow. However, she loved this highlight so much and I knew I just had to have it. Like, Missa, you had something about you, girl. You could sell me anything. And this is a really, really nice highlighter. I think it's like 30 plus pounds, but I don't actually support Benefit anymore. I have gone cruelty free and I feel better for it. This was in my 100% cruelty free project pan for a while. I don't do that project pan anymore, not because I support animal testing, but just because there's really not that much in my collection to warrant a whole project pan, and this was just a kind of long haul kind of product. So I would love to finish this, not only because I have a pan on it and I'm like nearly there, but also because I don't want any products that are tested on animals in my collection, and it is so bulky. Like, what is this? I know that Benefit has slimmed down the packaging a lot. Thank you so much. This is taking up so much room in my drawers, but like, I do really, really love it. It is so blinding. It's a classic for a reason, but I just can't support Benefit anymore because they test on animals, and I can't do it. I actually put this in a TikTok. This was so funny, like story time. I put this in a TikTok and I was like, oh, I really love this, but it's tested on animals and that's stupid and ridiculous. And Benefit commented on that TikTok and they were like, we love your glow, babe. And I was like, ooh. I'm never like scared of brands seeing me tell the truth, but there's always something like, oh, you know, it was a very funny experience. So maybe one day this will be finished as well. Next, let's talk about last year's Pan That Face palette. This is a Zoeva little palette, and I have 2 blushes in here, and both of these were worked on last year, and both of them have pan on them. Again, I would love to finish this one. However, realistically, I probably still have like half the product left. And this took all year to get to this point. It's a very neutral shade. I think I could wear it as just an everyday, you can see it there, quite similar to the Beauty Bay one actually. not Beauty Bay. The modern renaissance that's pretending to be Beauty Bay. I really did enjoy this when I was working on it. It was a very neutral shade. It went with everything. It was a shade that I didn't really have to think about. And then this one I really, really loved, but it was definitely more poppy. It was definitely a little bit more out there. I would have to pan these for another year if I was gonna even finish this. This is not one of those quick 50 uses and then it's done. This is gonna be like over 200 uses, I think, to completely finish it. And that scares me because I've used it so much. I always want to, I mean, it goes without saying, I always want to finish the products that I do a pan that palette / pan that face palette with. And it is one of the main reasons that I decided to swap out the Ofra glazed donut. I don't want to work on something all year and then still have it in my collection. And that's kind of what I'm feeling about this. I don't know if I'm going to declutter these at the end of the year. It's a possibility because I've put so much work and time and effort into them. I know that I'm not going to be using them. They are discontinued as well. So it's definitely something in the back of my mind. I've loved them. I've used them. I cannot say that I've neglected them all, but at the same time, it's like, oh, I like them though. I like them. But then how many blushes do I have in my collection? Like so many. Do I need these two raggedy, beaten up products that are just going to sit in my drawers? Probably not. You know when you work so hard on something that you just can't let it go? I feel like that is what's happening with these and it's really sad. Oh, it's really sad. No, I probably will get rid of them. That hurts me to say. I've loved my time with them, but I think if I'm being rational, if I'm being realistic, I'm gonna have to use them so much more to finish them. And the only point of having them in my collection is to one day maybe finish them. And going back to what I said about the modern renaissance, I don't really want to be panning something for over a year because I know I'm just gonna get burnt out. So I don't know what's going to happen with this. You're going to have to stay tuned. And now, finally, I left these till last because these are my Pan That Face palette products for 2025. Let me give you a little bit of a sneak peek into them. My update is going live next week, so I won't really, delve into them too much. This is Luminoso. She's got a massive pan on her all the way up the top here. This pan is a waffle pan, and for the longest time I was saying, can you see the pan? Like, guys, please can you tell me that you're seeing the pan? And everyone in the comment section were like, no, you're going crazy, Caitlin. We can't see any pans there. And I was like, please tell me. But finally, we can actually see the pan. It is really difficult to see, especially on camera. But again, I don't think this is going to be done by the end of the year. I feel like we've stopped. The progress has paused for some reason. Even though I've not stopped using it, for some reason, I don't know, it's just lulled a little bit, which makes me a little bit scared because we've not got that long till the end of the year. And again, like I said before, if I'm panning something, I don't want it to stay in my collection past the project because that's the whole point of the project, to finish it. This is an absolute classic though. I really do enjoy this blush. I've used it obviously all year, over like nearly 200 times now, and I'm not bored of it yet. I'm not burnt out by that. Next, we have a bronzer. This is actually repressed into the old Zoeva Compact, but this is my Ofra format bronzer. I think we can have this done by the end of the year. There is really not that much product left in here. I'm not going to show it you anymore because, like I said, my update is coming live pretty soon. But I have more hope with this than I do with this. This bronzer is definitely less firmly pressed than the blush. So I'm hoping maybe that I can have this done over the next few months. That's going to be my main goal. I'm going to use this as much as humanly possible to get it done because I want it to be done so badly. I've worked and worked and worked and worked on this. This was one of those products that I was like, yeah, I can have this done really, really quickly. And here we are in October and I'm still trudging along with it. So maybe sometime soon it will be done. But honestly, going off my judgment, maybe not. Maybe not. And then this is the highlight. This is not original to this Revolution palette. This is again a Zoeva product that I was panning last year. So technically I've been panning this for like a year and a half. And this was the highlight that rolled in to replace Glazed Donut. And this is what we look like. Do you think I'll have this done by the end of the year? I really don't know. I really, really hope so, but oh, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while, and I'm really, really scared. I don't want these products to be rolling into 2026. However, I think that they will. If the bronzer is done, okay, hypothetical now. I'm just speaking my mind, what comes into my head. If the bronzer is done, I might repress Luminoso and this highlighter into this compact and try and just work on them throughout the year, because I don't think it'll take that long for them to be completely finished, especially with an extra, October, November, December, 3 months of use. We'll see. I really don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared to update these because I want them to be done so badly, but I don't know. Let me know what you think down below. So these are all the cheek products that I have pan on in my collection. I hope you enjoyed going through it with me. I've not done one of these videos in so long, so I hope you did enjoy the ride. What is a product that you have recently hit pan on? Let me know down below. Let's celebrate together. I know I've been poo-pooing on project pans a little bit this year, but you know what? I'm still happy. I'm not that depressed. Don't worry. Don't forget to check out my TikTok, that is CAITLIN.COSTELLO if you wanted to see some more exclusive content. I'm definitely getting a little bit more into that, trying to grow that channel and that platform, so your help would mean the world to me. But this is where I'm going to love you and leave you today, guys. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye!